Argentina's political landscape has experienced a significant shift with the recent presidential election victory of right-wing populist Javier Milei. This win marks the first time an outsider has reached the presidency, and Milei's ideological stance is considerably farther right-wing than any previous leader in the country. As a result, Argentina is poised for substantial changes in its economic and political policies. Milei's triumph over Economy Minister Sergio Massa demonstrates the growing discontent among Argentine voters with the status quo and their desire for a more radical approach to addressing the nation's economic challenges. Milei's campaign centered on economic proposals, blaming previous administrations for excessive state spending and promising to implement measures that would curtail government expenditure and dollarize the economy. One of Milei's key pledges is to slash government spending, which he believes will help reduce Argentina's fiscal deficit and alleviate the country's economic woes. By cutting back on public expenditure, Milei aims to create a more efficient and streamlined government that operates with greater transparency and accountability. This approach is in stark contrast to the policies of previous administrations, which often relied on state intervention and increased spending to stimulate economic growth. Another significant aspect of Milei's economic plan is the dollarization of the Argentine economy. This move would involve replacing the country's national currency, the peso, with the US dollar as the primary medium of exchange. Milei believes that this measure would help stabilize the economy, attract foreign investment, and reduce inflationary pressures. However, critics argue that dollarization could lead to a loss of monetary sovereignty and exacerbate social inequalities. In addition to these economic proposals, Milei has also pledged to eliminate the central bank and key ministries, such as health and education. This move is part of his broader plan to reduce the size and scope of the Argentine government, which he believes has become bloated and inefficient. Critics of this proposal argue that it could lead to a deterioration in the quality of public services and exacerbate social problems. Milei's victory has also generated interest and speculation about his foreign policy stance, particularly regarding his support for Israel. The president-elect has expressed his admiration for the Jewish state and has even considered converting to Judaism. This position is a departure from Argentina's traditional stance of neutrality in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict and could signal a shift in the country's foreign policy orientation. In conclusion, Javier Milei's presidential election victory in Argentina represents a significant political shift in the country, with the right-wing populist promising to implement radical economic and political changes. His pledges to slash government spending, dollarize the economy, and eliminate key ministries have the potential to reshape Argentina's political and economic landscape. However, these proposals also come with risks and uncertainties, and it remains to be seen how Milei's presidency will ultimately impact the nation.